Hello everybody out there. So for today's video, I actually wanted to do a different video and then my plans changed. I actually had someone reach out to me earlier this morning with a question and I decided to do a live stream on it. The reason being is that the whole point of the channel, with a Z, is that I want to be able to actually respond to people's questions. I want people to be able to reach out and ask me random stuff because it makes it fun for me to actually be engaging with people that watch my stuff. So that's kind of like the point of the video today. Was I was gonna do something else. I had someone reach out to me this morning with a great question and they said they didn't mind if I did a live stream or video on it, so I kind of just changed it all up. So the actual topic for today's video, which you can obviously see in the title, is how to get your partner to support you in going to the gym. And with the people that actually ask questions, I'm going to actually go over what the question that was asked to me was and kind of break it down for the sake of them being anonymous. I'm obviously not going to use their names because that would be kind of messed up. But for the actual video, that's kind of the point, is I'm going to go over the actual story and little like question that was asked and then go over like my actual advice that I gave them. And obviously they're going to watch the video too, so hopefully it's concurrent with what I already told them. So had a guy who's been watching my stuff, reached out to me, said that he's been trying to go to the gym. He actually started going, I want to say it was in like October, November. Had just started like dipping his toe in the water and started going, so a little bit before the beginning of the year. So it wasn't just like a New Year's resolution thing. So he's been going for a couple months now and he's trying to lose weight. He let me know that he was kind of self-conscious. Honestly felt kind of bad about himself, didn't like where he had gotten to. He'd been out of school for a while, so he'd put on like a decent amount of weight and just didn't feel good about himself anymore and wanted to change, which I feel like is a lot of people when they start going to the gym. He told me though that he'd been decently consistent, but he was kind of like hitting like a sticking point over and over, and it had a lot to do with his diet. He told me that the reason why it was kind of a sticking point was that his significant other, for the sake of the story, we'll try and like call her Rachel because I'm going to try and like remember names, but we'll see, just because it makes it easier for me to talk about it. But his significant other, Rachel, wasn't going to the gym, which is completely fine with him, but very traditional Latina lady and liked to make home cooked food. And obviously, as a lot of people here in South Texas can attest to, Mexican food cooked at home is not always the healthiest option. So it was really holding back his progress. He was not losing as much weight as he wanted to lose, and he really didn't feel like his significant other was supporting him, because not only was she not really making healthier food choices and was still like making kind of crappier food, but also she would ask him a lot like, okay, like, I feel like I'm not seeing you as much, you're going to the gym more, we're missing out on time together, stuff like that. So kind of just gave him, that's like the general story, the general gist of like what actually happened. And he asked like, what can I do to get her on board, to like support me going to the gym, to support healthier choices as far as what she's cooking. And I just told him like, step number one is you have to be straight up and honest. And you need to tell her the reason why you are going to the gym. You need to sit down and say, honey, baby, boo-boo, whatever your nickname is for her, Rachel, whatever her actual name is. You need to be like, I want to go to the gym. I've been going to the gym. I want to be healthier. Honestly, the reason why I started going is I realized I had to put a lot of weight on. I felt self-conscious. I'm not happy about how I feel, how I look, and I want to change that. And I really want you to be here and to support me. And I would start, I told him, by saying like, you know, I appreciate that you cook food for us. I appreciate that you make all the meals. You go grocery shopping. It's awesome. I really do appreciate that. And I love you for doing that. But I would really like it if it's possible, if you wouldn't mind making healthier choices for us for the food that we're going to eat. Or on the flip side of things, saying like, if it wouldn't be a problem if you make me a healthier portion of whatever you're making, because obviously it's not that hard to like pull stuff out in the process of making it and finishing it where it's gonna be a healthier option. And I told him that's the way I would go. And I would also throw in there like, if you want me to, and I will, find like healthier food options that you can make for us, or healthier ways to make food, or different recipes, or if there's any way that I can help, please let me know. So that way that she doesn't feel like excuse me, that you're just kind of coming at her and telling her that her food is unhealthy and that you don't appreciate what she's doing, and then obviously it's not going to go anywhere. So once you've actually told her that, I told him, you know, obviously she's either going to say, yeah, like that's fine, or we can compromise. I'll make what I want to make for me, but I'll make you healthier options. But I told him, like, on the other side, there is the option that she tells you, like, no, like, I'm not making anything different. This is what I want to make. This is what I want to do. So sucks to suck. Figure out your life. And I told him, you really at that point in time have to like kind of like make like a decision. And it's kind of like the hard truth. I like to say that it's the hard truth because it actually is. If you didn't already watch the video on the bad dating advice, even though it says bad dating advice, there's different buckets that people give advice from. There's the real world bucket, but I give like the real world bucket with like the hard truth, which is like the shit that nobody really wants to say or hear. So watch the video if you haven't already seen it, because you are missing out and you're not going to understand you're not understanding this reference right here, right now. So go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's not on Twitch. It's on YouTube. Go watch it on YouTube. Links in the bio somewhere. Anyways, the point is that I told him the hard truth advice at the end of the day is that if you've already had that conversation and she tells you no, then you have to make one of two choices. Obviously, you can say like, heck no, I don't want to do this anymore. You don't support me, da 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 da, and just like, peace out, terrible lady. I could say a different word, but I'm trying to work on that a little bit. So I don't want to do this anymore. But on the flip side, if she does tell you no, and you do want to stay in that relationship, then you have to be willing to kind of like put in the work yourself. I told him, like, if you still want to be there, if you want to keep on being in the relationship, then you have to be willing to now continue to progress without her cooking your food. Like, yes, at the very least, she should be able to buy you the food that you want to cook for yourself at the grocery store, because that's basic and that should just like her being a decent human. But you might have to cook your own food, man. Like, you might have to make your own food, make your own meals, and make healthier stuff if she won't do it and you want to stay. But the real hard truth, like the super duper hard truth that I told him is, at the end of the day, if you are in a relationship with somebody and you're wanting to change for the better and you're wanting to make better life choices and you don't like how you feel or look or whatever it is, do you really want to be with someone who doesn't support you? Now, I told him, obviously, you've been with this girl for a little bit longer, so yeah, maybe you spring it on her. It's kind of a weird thing, and so, like, you've always not ate healthy, you've always not, like, gone to the gym, so it's kind of a weird thing for her to be like, oh, like, now I need the change for him, and he wants me to change, and it kind of just stirs up the pot. So what I said, though, is that's a little bit different. Now, say, because I like to give it, like, different examples. Say on the other side that you're someone who hasn't been in a relationship for very long and you're wanting to positively change like that. Or even if you've been in a relationship for a long time, like, do you want to be with somebody who's obviously not going to support you trying to be a better, healthier version of yourself? And it's the same kind of thing. It's kind of a funky analogy, but it's kind of true. Is if you were telling your girl the same thing, like, I smoke too much or I drink too much, like, I need to stop. Like, can you support me in doing this by doing this one thing that's a little bit different? And she told you no, like, would that be any different than you changing your health and going to the gym and being fit? And I say that, like, again, like, really hard truth, because more people are dying from actual, like, obesity and heart disease, which is caused by being overweight or obesity, or from diabetes, than they are from alcohol or smoking. So, like, being overweight and having those issues and not going to the gym and not being healthy is going to be more detrimental to your health than smoking or drinking. So it's kind of like that kind of like even analogy where, like, if that would piss you off more that she said no, like, I'm not going to support you stopping drinking by changing, or I'm not going to support you, like, quitting smoking along the way, then obviously at that point in time, like, then you need to kind of like reevaluate if you should be more pissed off that she won't support you going to the gym. Now, on the flip side, because I feel like there's a lot of people that play this game where it's like women are expected to do this and men are expected to do this, and there's like these stupid expectations that like keep on coming up based on like your gender roles, which is a whole different video. But for the point of the topic, if your girl told you, hey, I want to get in better shape, I want to go to the gym, but what I need for support is I need you to stop drinking every day. Or at the very least, I need you to not drink around me and not in the house, because I can't not drink and I can't be healthy if you're doing that. And that's, again, a simple thing for you to change for her to try and compromise and try and help her continue to progress in the gym and support her. So the question the guys have to ask themselves, or if it's vice versa, the girls would have to ask themselves, depending on like who's asking for support. If you're the guy, is if your girl said it to you, would you quit drinking? Or stop drinking around her? And that means at family functions, there's no alcohol when you go out to dinner. There's no going out with, there's no barbecues, there's no nothing with alcohol. Like you're changing that big portion of your life to support your significant other in their fitness journey. So as the guy, would you do that? And if you can't honestly tell yourself that you would, then how can you sit there and then expect your significant other, your girl, which is exactly what I told him, how can you expect your girl to change, to support you, to change how she cooks the food, if you couldn't do the same thing, but in the opposite of drinking? Because obviously I asked him at the beginning of the conversation if he liked to drink. He told me he likes to drink almost every day, even though he's going to the gym, which is kind of counterintuitive. But I asked him obviously that question because I knew that it would be a harder thing for him to be like, oh shit, like if I had to give up drinking to support my girl, would I? Because if I can't say yes, then how can I expect her to say yes? So that's pretty much the general idea of what I pretty much told him, was to kind of just work through that process and kind of just figure out what he would do. I honestly feel like most of the times, if you have a serious like sit down conversation with your significant other, you tell them like, hey, I don't feel good about myself. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel, whatever it is. And you're very honest about it and you tell them that you want to change. I feel like 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get a yes. But I also did want to be honest with him and give him some more like ways to think about it. And also the alternative if she did say no and didn't support him 100%, just so that he could have a plan of attack if that actually happened. So hopefully at some point in time, he'll give me an update and I'll throw a little tidbit in the end of the video, kind of like Unsolved Mysteries, where it's like the little update thing. And if you don't know what that is, then you're probably too young and shouldn't be watching a video of me cursing on TV. Anyways, so at this point in time, this is going to end the actual video. At the end of the day, just so everyone knows who's going to watch this or has already watched, the name of the game for me right now is to help 100 million people in small ways and big ways. It's kind of a crazy number, but that is what I want to do. There's a crap ton of people on this planet, and so 100 million is still just a drop in the pool. I'm never going to ask anyone to like or to comment or to subscribe. I might ask you to comment once in a while, I'm not going to lie. Like or subscribe, I'm not going to ask you to do it. Reason being is that I hate when people do it. I think it's very insincere and disingenuous, and it pisses me off when I watch people on YouTube or these other things doing that, because I think it's dumb. But what I will ask is, if you did get any value from this content now or when you watch it, please share. If you feel like someone you know will get value from it, please directly share it with them, because the whole thing is I want to be able to help people. If you feel like someone might laugh at any of the videos that I do now or in the future or in the past, please share them as well, because at the end of the day, even if I just brighten someone's day by making them smile or laugh by the stupid shit that I say sometimes, that's still one person a little bit happier, a little bit better, improving their life. So that's pretty much what I'm going for. I'm going to go to the Q&A portion on Facebook Live as well as Twitch. So this is kind of the point in time where I like to answer questions live and kind of just be able to, like I said, answer people's stuff. The only thing that I'll say is if someone's question is a little bit longer as far as like being like the amount of time it's gonna take me to answer the question, then I will end up probably doing a separate video on it, or just messaging them directly to be able to answer it. So just a friendly heads up if you do ask me a little bit more of a complicated or longer answered or longer winded answered question, something like that. Anyways, so for the YouTube fam out there, stay healthy and stay safe, guys. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.